And we are back, Gmac and Winnie, coming at you with another edition of the Outlaw Blitz podcast. Big fella, let's get dangerous.
What's going on?
Not a whole hell of a lot. Trying to get back into the
Yeah, well, you're sitting there with
your settings
my
from when I
settings.
was
Right.
out of country.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm like, man, something's
this
flat.
doesn't sound right.
It does not sound right at all.
No, it's better now. So we're here.
We are here. We are back in studio. We are back both face to face. We are back both back from vacation.
Or whatever you call that.
Or whatever you call yours.
Right.
It Smells Freshies fresh take is Italy's great. Europe, I'm glad to be seen in a rearview mirror.
And Winnie's fresh take is no more week-long attempts at vacation.
Yeah, just take long weekends for yourself from now on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if that's going to help you, to be honest.
We did Atlantic City last year, and that was a 4-dayer.
Yeah.
And that was okay. Anything over that, there's calamity, and it is what it is. But I will say, family emergency, had to come home early again. She's doing good now, doing better. Not great yet, still issues, but better. And then shout out to another family emergency this week.
Yeah.
Which he seems to be better, just tired. Talked to him this morning. But no, I don't know.
Whatever. How many days has it been
Since
you've been sober?
let me ask my app. Shout out to my sponsor who love him, great dude, and he's celebrating 27 years on Saturday.
Nice.
So today for me is 114 days.
Good for you, buddy. That's damn near 4 months.
And getting there. Yeah. So
one more week, you'll be at 4 months.
Oh, believe me, vacation tested my sobriety.
I'm sure. Even just the normal things that people take for granted, like, going out to dinner on the beach.
Yes, the things that you normally included with doing that stuff, like going to see my father and mother in September. It's going to be the first time that I've gone to Myrtle, where bar crawls with me and the old man.
Yeah.
Have been a staple, and this is going to be the first time that's not going to be.
Right, but he's got to be sensitive to that as well.
Oh, he knows. Yeah, he's proud of me for what's going down, and instead of the one day, which would have been like us hopping back and forth through a couple different spots, we're going to go to Stuckey's. Not Stuckey's, Buc-ee's.
God damn, bro, why are you yelling at me?
I'm sorry. We're going to go to Buc-ee's.
That was
There's
awful, intense.
There's one in Florence, which is about an hour drive, and I've been dying to go to one. It's the closest
Buc-ee's?
One in the Northeast. So, well, it's not really Northeast, but it's the most northern Buc-ee's there is. So we're going to make a day trip out of that, and we're going to go to the Coastal game, and and hopefully, my car doesn't explode on the way.
Oh, you're driving this year?
No, fuck that.
Oh, you're renting a car and going?
No, I'm just going to the airport. But
Oh.
that's my shit died on the way to the airport last year.
Yeah.
Or 2 years ago.
And you're flying out of Connecticut?
Haven't booked it yet.
Oh.
It's right now, all the airfares are about $98.
Yeah.
So, ideally, what sucks is the days of the week I'm going. If I could alter my vacation days, I think I could maybe fly out of Stewart on Breeze, but I gotta look at the schedule and see. We'll see. If not, fuck it. It is what it is.
Dude, no, it's just, I don't know. When you travel, like we're traveling a lot later in life.
Yeah.
That's why when we talk about retirement plans and that, if we're fortunate enough to make it to them, excuse me. I want to live in a city that has an airport. If you're in Albany, the option's always Albany.
Right.
And then if it's connecting flights, so what?
You're not going to change your shop there.
No, because then guess what? When you land, you're 10 minutes from home.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a hell of a day,
Yeah.
I come home on the day of the big IT debacle.
Right.
And all planes are grounded. So I get delayed 4.5 hours. So when I'm supposed to be landing in New York, I'm not even leaving.
That's fucking crazy.
So I end up getting home. I'm up for 24 hours, but then now I got a 3-hour drive in Friday traffic coming upstate.
Right.
You know, and you're like, it's 87 miles. I don't understand what the fucking problem is. You know what I mean? You're like 87 miles. Okay, so we know New York City's 100, but like 87 to I don't know, whatever bridge, say like Newburgh Bridge, right?
Right.
But that 87 miles, which on the thruway should technically take you like an hour and a half,
Tops.
took like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Right.
And then you're going the extra 40 minutes back from Newburgh to
Right.
Kingston.
And, you know, even just looking back at the vacation, when we got in the car Saturday morning to leave Baltimore to go to, where the fuck did I go? North Topsail. It said originally 7 hours, and it had an arrival time like 4 o'clock. As the day progressed and traffic got shitty, 4 o'clock became 7:30.
Well, and the big thing for that is, and I don't think you understood this going down there, the Outer Banks, there's like one way on that thing. That one bridge, that's it. It is so log jammed down there.
Yes and no. I mean, it depends. Yes, every town you go to, it has its own little entry bridge.
And you're slowed right down to nothing.
Right. 95, you know, we hit traffic in Richmond. We hit traffic in random spots for construction. We hit...
Oh, it's the Northeast. Everything's under construction always.
And then once you got off of 95, you were in fucking Hit County Country Road.
I'm sure.
For the last, I want to say the last 2.5 hours was nothing but like driving on 32.
Yeah.
Going from Catskill to Carroll. But you're seeing nothing but fucking fields.
Yeah.
So it's different. Bro, I can tell you, I sound like Vince Russo. We counted no less than 30 churches on this one strip getting off of 95 and getting over to finally getting to Topsail. It seemed like every mile and a half there was a different church.
If you ever ride, I think it's 79 going through Virginia. 70, I think it's either 79 or 81 going through Virginia. All you see is mountains, steeples, and crosses, like cows, and everywhere.
Right. We actually saw what was like the Mormons, the second or third biggest Mormon, whatever they call their church, maybe they call it a church,
yep,
in the country. Dude, it looked like a fucking palace out of Disney World. And
well, they don't pay taxes.
Right. So I was driving at the time. Carly hopped online and looked it up. It was built in 1970 for like $130 million. In
1970.
In 1970.
Yeah.
So you can imagine
how big that
inflation
is.
Now
today,
was near $1 billion.
Yeah.
But it's like, holy fuck, that's the church. That's where everybody's going there. I guess the trade-off is going to have 10 wives. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
so,
good for you. I mean, one
headaches.
starts bitching at you, you go somewhere else.
It's either 10 Hawktuas or 10 headaches. I don't know.
Or one Hawktua and she gets all the attention. The other pain in the ass is
that's right. Go do shit.
You visit them once in a while. But while we were gone, anytime I go away, I get you something from where I'm going. So This is what I got you.
Well, thank you.
This year. Odd thing, usually you go to these countries and they have all these kind of trinkets and all these kind of things. Did not. Nice. There was very minimal things. I got you something. I got Tommy DeSico something. That was the only two things I got. It's Lake. It basically says Lake Como, Italy.
Very cool. With the flag,
and it's officially from there, so
that can't beat that.
Unlike the people, the Jersey Ginzos, you got and official got Italian.
The nice little the sweat, the moisture wicking, cooling fabric. So very cool.
I figured you'd enjoy that.
I love hats,
and I apologize. It probably got smushed down a little bit because it was in my luggage.
It's all good,
but it'll reform. I'm pretty sure.
And that's for you.
And this is for me. Is this a birthday thing or a vacation thing?
That's just vacation. Birthday, I'll figure I'll take you out to lunch one day coming soon.
Sweet. Surfing is life. Top sale.
Surfing is life. Dude. Yeah.
How many Slut Life stickers did you see?
Oh.
All them Salt Life stickers? Yeah. I always think they say Slut Life.
Yeah. Oh, it's every store had them.
Yeah.
So. Cool. So. With the surf, holy shit! So the day that we came home early, the night before we had a pretty big storm. I've never seen swell like waves that big in the Atlantic, just being coastal like we are. They were like 7-8 feet. Like they were legit.
Where they were like kind of chopping the beach down as they were coming in.
So that's the funny thing is we don't, in front of our place, we actually have the sandbags.
Oh, really?
Because that so much of the coast has been eroded. So at low tide, you had about 20 feet of beach, and at high tide, it came up to the sandbags.
Yeah, that sucked.
So, but you went down this little pathway and walked over, and it went to a spot that opened up to like 40 feet of beach. So high tide, you still had a little bit to be out there, but there wasn't much of a walk. Kept the sand chairs right in the trunk of the car. And then got the sand chairs out, went boom, up over, down the steps, and you were right on the beach.
Oh, nice.
It was nice.
That's torture for me, but you love that stuff, so.
Yes. Torture for me was our condo was on the 3rd floor, and there were no elevators.
Yeah, that's torture.
Yeah, dragging and I don't pack light.
Yeah,
so
I don't know why.
I
don't know why.
Yeah.
All right, let's move forward to our top 5. This week's top 5 best things about returning from vacation. Now, I will go positive because this is, I enjoy my vacations and then I enjoy coming home.
Right.
Highland doesn't get to enjoy his vacations, so
I have 3. I have 3 negatives and 2 positives.
I'm going to start. Number 5, just having local knowledge. When you come home, it's your home.
Right.
It's like looking at the back of your hand. You know the roads, you know the places, you know where to eat, you know the language. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I definitely. I don't know how much we touched on it last week or whatever. Whenever we did the show.
Yeah.
That was a big sticking point when you really do not know the language. Even more so, not knowing road signs and what they meant.
Right.
I'm like, can we go here? Can we park here?
So next year for your birthday, I'm going to get you your present in June.
Okay.
I'm going to get you a month subscription to Babbel.
Yeah.
And they say you can learn enough to converse within 2 weeks.
So
for German, because you put it on Germany,
yeah,
right?
by the end of the week, Boston and I could do okay.
Right. They say if you're submersed in that language, within a month, you can pick up enough.
And don't get me wrong, there was English. There was a lot of broken English, but there was English, clearly, because a lot of people from England go there on vacation or Ireland or Scotland, and they all speak English. So, you know what I mean?
And the rest was a boopity-boppity.
Yeah. And, but yeah, local knowledge. Like, you know the roads. You're not constantly looking at your map on MapQuest or, or whatever, the Google Maps or whatever.
Yeah.
So local knowledge is a big thing. You know where to eat. You know what to do. So that's a big positive about coming home.
Yeah. My number 5 was a positive one, actually. Resting that first day you get
Very
back.
Low on the list, though.
Yes. Resting that first day you get back. And I'm not talking, we both have one that's way higher on our list, I'm sure. That first day back, it's like vacation, while it's vacation, you're doing a lot of shit, generally.
Yeah, I like to keep moving.
Right. So when you get back, that first day, you just want to chill and rest and get your bearings. So being able to come back and be like, fuck it, kick back. Just, you're home. You ain't got much to do. So just relax.
Yeah. My number 4, routine. When you're on vacation, there's no routine. You're dealing with a lot of other people, depending how big your vacation is or not. You're dealing on if you had people come with you, if you're just you and your wife, that's different. But you don't have a routine. Like, usually people work best on routines. Dinner time's a certain day. You get up for work a certain time. You do these things at a certain day. Your TV shows are certain ways. Whatever, however your day finishes out, you kind of have it figured out.
Right.
And when you're on vacation, you have none of that. So, yeah, routine.
No, creatures of habit, so it does become tough. Number 4, actually, you know what's a positive for me, because I like doing it. Laundry.
Yeah. We how many times do we end up at the laundromat together just bullshitting?
Right. When we were going to the Cape more often, the last night I used to like taking all the laundry down to the laundromat down by the airport there and doing it, packing the suitcase with clean so when you got home.
I did all that before Well, before I left, I did all the stuff in my house, took the garbage out,
Yeah.
washed the dishes, did all that. And then the day before I left Summers, I went over to theirs is an outdoor laundromat.
What?
Yeah. And I went to, that's not probably good. I went to it's outdoors. Their only laundromat they have is like outdoors.
That's
and
weird.
it's like the only dryer they have.
Yeah.
I went and did all the laundry, so my suitcase was completely clean coming back. So when I came back, it was literally just put everything away, and I'm good.
Yeah, this time I didn't have that luxury, so I came home with a giant
Bag
Uncle
of dirty
D's
clothes.
bag of dirty clothes. Yeah. But I don't mind that. Like I said, it was the next morning after waking up, went there, did laundry, came home, put shit away, felt better. So
number 3, personal space. A lot of times when you're on vacation, you have other people in your hotel room. You just can't even if you're married and live in a house full of people, you go play your game, you sit in your recliner, you do whatever. It's a personal space thing, right?
Right.
Even getting in a car and going for a ride. When you're on vacation, everybody's together all the time.
Right.
So to come home and then you finally have some personal space. It doesn't matter if you're just going to take a shit. It's not somebody banging on the door because there's 3 people that are trying to share one in a hotel room or something.
I live with that every day.
Yeah, so it's a lot better. Just come home and you get your personal space.
Yeah. Number 3 for me, it's a neutral. It's not negative or positive. Just catching up on the local stuff you may have missed. What's going on in your town? I tried, and
that's where we're different. I could care less.
I was fairly successful at not checking my work email and not spending too much time on Facebook other than posting pictures.
Yeah.
What's been going on? What did I miss last week? Anything major going on?
Well, you're a FOMO, so you're that guy.
What do you mean?
Fear of missing out. You want to know everything in town that's happening, what's going on.
I'm getting better.
Wherever I am, I try to stay there. I don't worry about where I'm not.
Well, right, and that's why I don't do it on vacation. I try not to. I'm getting better at that. But so when I get home, I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't care.
What movies are playing?
When I come back, I'm like, I come back, and then when I'm back, somebody will say something. I'm like, oh, really? They're like, yeah, where you been? Like, not even remotely.
When you find out, you find out.
Whenever I find out, I find out. I don't care. My number 2, your stuff. Coming home to your own stuff, your own sheets, your own not your travel toothbrush, your shampoo. This year, huge thing for me was my own shower.
You showed me.
Yeah, when you get in this little tiny ass shower and you can't move, compared to you get in the shower and it feels like your water pressure,
right.
your stuff, your own car. You're not getting in a car that's foreign to you or whatever. The seat is how you like it. Everything, it's just your stuff.
Looking at your shower in Italy, I would have taken a bar Dr. Squash and gone down to the lake.
Yeah.
That thing was crazy small.
It was, I think, it was definitely smaller than this table that we sit at. I honestly think it was two deep, 3 feet wide.
Wild.
So like I told you, my elbows, I couldn't do that. My elbows were like this. I dropped a shampoo thing. I had to pick it up with my foot because there was no bending over.
Soap up your belly and let that run down and get your nuts.
Yeah.
So
Number two.
This is a negative anxiety. I don't know. It's especially where we do stuff. Longer you're away, the less you want to ever go back to it. So it's like, yeah, fuck that. It's weird to me, bro. Like, my knees were sore on vacation just because I walk a lot more and I'm doing a lot more shit. But the old aches and pains return, and it's like,
well, where we work, it's concrete floors.
Right.
Everything's hard, concrete, steel. All hard surfaces.
Yeah.
So you're not getting a break from any of that.
Exactly it.
There's zero carpet. You know what I mean? So
exactly
when you're on a vacation, you're on a plush rug and you're on sandy beaches and you're walking on grass that's soft. It's
comfortable shoes with as much cushioning as you want.
Right. Yeah.
So
those things. It does definitely make a difference.
Yeah.
And number 1, I'm pretty sure we both have the same thing. Your own bed.
Yeah.
There's no. Even if you have the lumpiest piece of shit of a bed, it's your own bed.
You know how to navigate the lumps and you sleep.
And your pillows. Pillows are a big deal too.
Yeah.
Like the bed I sleep at my daughter's when I go, every year is very comfortable, but the pillows suck.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to tie up luggage for a fucking pillow.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And I'm not going to buy them because what she'll do is she'll end up taking the good ones and give me the shitty ones back.
I'm weird though. Like Carly has to have like these super nice pillows. I buy like the $4 ones because I want them to be fucking pancakes in 2 weeks.
Yeah, like
I need to be able to fold it up and
I can't
maneuver
like
it.
on a really firm, stiff pillow. I'm not good.
No, me neither.
I need like a softer, more cushiony, almost flat pillow. Yep. All right, so that'll do our top 5, and we shall work into our 5 crazy questions via Gmac. Number 1, what's the most interesting thing someone would be surprised to learn about you?
Surprised to learn about me. Oh man.
What do you got in there that's interesting in that brain of yours or that you've done?
Boring as shit. Pretty much.
Here we go.
I don't know. I don't find myself to be interesting. I don't know.
There's nothing interesting about you. Then why would people tune into this?
No, I get it. I don't know. I like stuff that I don't know. Maybe most guys don't. Like I love rom-coms and sappy movies and shit like that. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe my choice. Yeah, my choice in media, my choice in TV, my choice in movies, my choice in music is different than the average guy, I guess.
That's interesting.
I don't know. Not really. I'm pretty boring, dude. I don't know.
I figured like you'd have something in there like, yeah, I once, I don't know, hung out with Gary Busey or some shit like that.
I once met Tony Atlas at a gas station in Massachusetts.
You do have a weird thing where you've been to some pretty big sporting events. You've had David Cohn's Perfect Game, right?
Right. Yeah. Okay. So all right. Interesting fact. I had a 8-year or 9-year stretch we live in New York, but I had a weird stretch going there for 9 years in a row. I saw the World Series winner.
Oh, that's wild.
As a visitor.
See, there is something.
Right. It started from 80. It went 85 to 93 or 94.
You happened to see
I happened to
team
see
play.
the World Series winner that year. Yeah.
And then did you just stop going to games or something, or what?
Yeah, I kind of went. Yeah, because as a kid, with my father, we would go to games
just to go,
years,
just to see whoever.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just happened to be for a bunch of years straight, I saw the World Series winner.
Well, you also saw a Perfect Game.
I did.
You also saw Stone Cold with the beer truck.
I did. Yeah, I've been at some iconic moments at things. So yeah, I saw David Cohn's Perfect Game. We were there for Austin's beer truck.
We were both at that.
Was at an ECW pay-per-view.
Yep.
On the pay-per-view.
You're actually on video.
Yep. Now ECW was good because then I was on TNN as well.
Yep.
Taking a beer from the Sandman.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, there we go.
All right.
We've been some good events.
Number 2, what movie sequel is better than the original?
Ooh, boy.
You just saw a movie very recently.
I did, and
I know it's not technically a sequel, but it's
right.
based on the same kind of premise.
Right.
Was it better than the original?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Because I think the cast in the original was better. Not that I'm a huge Helen Hunt fan, but Bill Pullman was really good in the original Twister as opposed to Twisters.
Yeah.
Man, everybody says the second Godfather was better than the first. I don't subscribe to that one.
Or Empire Strikes Back better than the original Star Wars.
Definitely don't subscribe to that one. Man, this might be unpopular because of how good the first one was, but I want to say Maverick may have been better than the first Top Gun overall.
I think it made the first movie originally better.
It did. It brought it up.
Right.
But I think the action sequences, and of course, in that 25 years, how much better CGI and all that stuff got.
But it was really just the plot to Star Wars.
In a way, yeah, it was. Yeah, drive down the thing, drop the bomb, and go. Yeah. I'll go with Maverick. I want to say Maverick was legitimately a very good, better sequel.
Cool. And 40 years later.
Yeah.
So, all right, number 3. How many hats do you think you've had in your lifetime?
Holy fuck, bro!
This is. I was thinking about like what kind of crazy question could I ask him because
Hats.
this dude has a new hat every time I see him.
I would say.
How many do you think you currently have in your collection
right now?
Right now,
at least 200.
And where do you keep these, and how do you match them up?
I have hat bags. Carly got them for Christmas a couple years ago.
So how do you match them up to where you're going or what you're doing?
Usually just outfit. I know one bag's fitteds, one bag's adjustables. Plus I have random.
Do you have them stacked by like color?
Car. No. Usually just adjustable or fitted. And if I have multiples of teams, I'll keep them together. So yeah.
But if you're wearing blue, you don't have like a whole blue section?
Not a whole blue section, but I know where to go to grab it.
Why are you so aggressively yelling at me in these fucking things?
You got me excited. I don't know.
So how many? So you're over 200 now. How many do you think in your lifetime?
In my lifetime, at least 1,000.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely.
Think about that at $20 a hat.
Way back then.
Yeah.
Now I remember going
30 and 40, right?
50.
Yeah.
You buy a fitted now, they're $49.99.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Like a new Era fitted is $50 now?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Number 4. What now sits at the top spot of your bucket list?
Ooh, very good question.
Because I know you did Graceland, which was always your number 1.
That was always my number 1.
What's left? What I mean,
I guess. Would you say living at the beach would be?
Well, I mean,
because it's not a one-time thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's your bucket
list. Permanent thing.
What am I? You know what I mean?
Yeah, living at the beach would probably be my number 1 now. Or when I say at the beach, I consider my parents' house.
It's close enough.
It's 20 minutes. So yeah, within an hour of the beach to me would be living at the beach.
Well, in a beach community, even if you're not in the beach, like you can get in your golf cart and get right down to the water.
Right. Yeah.
Like my brother-in-law's like that. He goes, I got a 12-minute walk. I walk my cooler and my chair down there every day, sit down, throw a line in the ocean and just sit and hang out and drink.
Yep.
All right, so that's it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got to reevaluate, and that question came because I got to reevaluate mine. Like I've done some countries now, I've done some things. I've been to a WrestleMania, I've been to a Daytona 500.
Right.
So I'm starting to cross off things that were on there, but that's one thing. Your bucket list constantly kind of changes.
It does because the older I've gotten, the more things have become less important, and priorities have switched.
Right.
Like, yes, I'd love to get to a WrestleMania, but I also love the comfort of sitting in my bed, not spending $300 for a shit ticket, and watching something that I can barely see when I can just stay at home, be comfortable, and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So things like that.
I mean, a Super Bowl, yes, but like I'm not buying tickets for that.
Right. I'm not. I would have to win a contest.
Right. Win a contest, be gifted them, some version of that. Yeah. I do. My number 1 now, I think, is, and it's been since I went to Ireland, is Dallas Cowboys game with my kids on Thanksgiving.
That'd be awesome.
Do dinner there.
Right, that would be cool.
And make that week. And if you do it right, you can get 2 games out of it.
Right.
If they're home, you stay for a week, watch them on Thursday, watch them the next week.
Yeah. And for you, that's a legitimate possibility because every year they play on Thanksgiving.
Right. Yeah. All right, and number 5. This one's a good one. On a scale of 1 to 100, where do you think your luck sits?
Holy fuck. Man. I'll put it at my favorite number. I'll leave it at 60.
I don't believe that. I don't. I think you're 60% unlucky before you're 60%
so you put
lucky.
Me at 40?
40? Yeah.
No, because I look at life as a whole. And
I'm not talking about life as a whole. I'm just talking about your luck.
11 out of 100?
Yeah. So you're like 89% unlucky?
Correct. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm not talking about life luck. I'm talking about like just in general luck. Like, do you ever win scratch-offs?
No.
You know what I mean? Do you ever hit the ball, it hits a tree and goes right back into the fairway? No. It goes all the way back into the water. Right. So where does your luck
I don't have a fucking pitch that magically misses 38 trees and holes out from 40 yards. That's you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Where does your luck
Oh,
sit?
11 out of 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily 11.
You're 89% unlucky.
Correct.
You drive to the fucking airport, your car blows up.
Right.
You drive on vacation, her car blows
Right.
up. You go away, you have a medical emergency, you got to come home.
Right.
You go away, there's another thing. Yeah. Just, I'm like, this fucking guy.
That's bad.
Yeah.
I saw Costello the first day back, and he just smiled. I'm like, I hate you. Because the last thing
but he might have jinxed you. Maybe he's the jinx.
And the last thing he said to me, well, what bad's happening this time? I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck you, don't jinx me.
Yeah, and
like,
there
you jinxed
was.
me, you asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, 11%.
Yeah, 11% good luck.
Good
So
luck.
you better play that number today, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll just be a wasted money. I'm better off going rando.
Or play $11 in lottery today.
That's it.
Then you hit the Mega Millions, you know.
That's true.
All right, let's move along. Over and Under, sponsored by the law office of Brian Duran, 339-4313. If you're going through a rough time and you got to claim bankruptcy, go see Brian. You get $100 off if you mention the Outlaw Blitz.
And our video today is sponsored by?
Our video today is sponsored by Ranty Plumbing and Oil, 901-4194.
And he smells great.
He smells great, as Highland would like to tell you.
It's funny. In Baltimore, I'm sitting in Camden Yards. I get a text from Josh. Just re-upped. He sent me a picture of like 5 new colognes. So it is now becoming a running thing. Number 1, and these are all things I took from my trip.
Okay.
Number 1, I-95.
I'm going to say underrated. It's overrated because of how packed it is. Underrated because it is a straight shot down the East Coast.
And you do see some cool shit.
You do go see some cool shit. And I would venture to guess that it's probably moves at a better rate than the Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah, because at times you got 6 lanes rocking.
Yeah.
So
it does get you where you need to go, but the big thing is you need to hit the 295, 395, 495, 595. Right. You need to hit all those so that you circumvent the cities.
And that's what... shout out to Waze.
Yeah.
Waze, at a couple of points, like, where the fuck are you taking me?
But they know because it links up with everybody else.
Completely rerouted me around accidents, so shout out to Waze.
Yeah.
Good app.
Underrated app.
Super underrated.
Yep.
Number 2, Cracker Barrel.
Underrated. Yes. Just for what it is. It's a Southern hospitality type.
I had
biscuits and gravy.
Super bubble guts.
Oh, I'm sure.
That Wednesday coming back.
As bad as Waffle House bubble guts?
No.
I'll never eat in a Waffle House again. I don't need to ever leave.
Well, we had the choice, and I gave her the choice. I said Cracker Barrel, or I'm not Cracker Barrel. I said, well, she wanted to try something new the one night. I said, well, you want Bojangles because you love chicken.
Yeah.
Or we can do Waffle House. She luckily chose
Bojangles. Yeah. If I never do a Waffle House ever again, I'm good.
So Cracker Barrel bubble
Watch
guts.
them kind of want to sponsor us, and then we're stuck eating her greasy shit. Shakuzi and I had in Atlanta, and I mean, it was like you could have shit through the microphone and not touched it.
Oh, absolutely. It's straight water.
Yeah.
100%.
Terrible.
Number 3, Cheerwine.
Oh, underrated.
Now, the first time I had it, I wasn't a fan. I don't know what it was about that.
Well, I think, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think I gave it to you, right?
Right.
And I think what people get in their mind is it's going to be like Dr. Pepper. And Dr. Pepper has a very strong, like, cherry-ish, black cherry flavor to it. Cheerwine's a very subtle.
Right. The first
very subtle.
I'm like, man, this is like kids' cough syrup. And then the last time I went to my dad's, I got a 6-pack of Cheerwine Zero.
Mm-hmm.
And ice cold. I'm like, yo, this is good shit.
Really good stuff. Yeah. Like, you have like a nice fresh tuna fish sandwich with some Cheerwine, bro. Sitting out on the deck. Perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
And so everybody understands. It's not wine by any means.
No,
it's a soda. It's like a cherry-ish flavored soda.
Yeah.
You know they have Cheerwine cookbooks?
Really?
Yeah, like Cheerwine meatballs and all kinds of stuff.
That's cool.
They have an entire thing about Cheerwine.
I got to see if I can Amazon some Cheerwine. Number 4. I don't know if you've had them, but they are a Southern I-95 staple. Stuckey's pecan logs.
I think I had them one time. If they're the things I'm thinking of, like that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, about that. Maybe 2 inches, 3 inches. You can buy the ones that are huge.
Yeah, but usually they're like,
yeah,
very good.
Yeah,
very tasty.
Yeah. It's like that maple syrupy flavored nougat in the middle.
Yeah,
with the chopped pecans on the outside.
Yeah.
Carly never had it. When we stopped at one of the times to fuel up, I got a couple of them. I was like, oh man, these are fucking.
You didn't get circus peanuts?
I did not. I didn't
the whole
see them
trip?
there. None.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a staple.
Twizzlers are our travel staple.
Oh, yeah.
We have to have Twizzlers.
We've gone over this before on previous shows, which should be in the master log somewhere.
Yeah. We did Twizzlers and it's actually both me and her and me and you, Twizzlers and Swedish Fish.
Yep. And what kind of drinks do you take with you? Because when I travel, I don't want to be drinking a lot because I don't want to be stopping a lot.
That's a big
You
thing.
work past all these trucks and then you got to stand there while everybody pisses much. Everybody you just work past getting.
Right.
Go back flying by.
It's a weird thing. She loves her Starbucks. We'll get coffee, but I limit my coffee intake because coffee essentially
runs right through you.
Yeah, you got to stop. It's basic. It'll be like a Pepsi Zero or Pepsi Max, whatever they call it now.
Usually sodas don't make you piss like that.
No.
They dry you out.
And you don't friggin' chug them because they're carbonated, they're in the bottle.
Yeah.
Whatnot. So, yeah, pretty basic stuff.
Cool.
Number 5, pizza not from New York State.
I'm going to say underrated because what I had in Italy was actually legit.
That's from where it's from.
It was legit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your pictures
No,
were amazing.
Actually it wasn't. I think pizza was a thing that was made here in America.
Oh, really?
I pretty much think I'm not wrong on that.
So Italians said, you know what? We know we can do this better. So here.
Yeah. But outside, like if we're talking continent of the United States,
yeah.
Man, I've had some very shitty pizza in a lot of other states. Yeah. Remember when we got the large pizza in Cape Cod and it was like a personal?
Oh, no, you were robbed that time.
No, but even we've gotten it.
Oh yeah, we did.
We've gotten it before. And we're like, that's a large pizza.
The only Cape Cod pizza I'll get now is Georgie's in Harwich.
Yeah,
they're Greek style, so they remind like local for us.
Oh, there's the one too, Ember.
Ember,
they have the
coal
wood
fire,
yeah, and that's good pizza.
Yep. But I've had some really shit pizza to the point now I'll look for a Papa John's or somebody of that variety because at least I know what I'm getting.
Yeah, well, Big Can's Tiff, when she moves down by your dad, I told her, I'm like, you've been working in a pizza joint up here for years. I'm like, fucking open your own place.
Right, a lot.
I'm like, just knowing what you know and the recipes, you'll make tons of money down there because a lot of New Yorkers down there.
People bring in, and this is an actual thing, people bring in New York water.
Yeah.
Because it's different.
I think it's because we put fluoride in ours.
Yes.
Yeah, and down there they don't. I mean, it's like tasting like fucking dirt. Like water ran through a mud puddle and then through a filter.
Filtered.
Yeah.
Coffee
You're like,
filter.
you can taste every fucking granular dirt in there.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
And I got a bonus, number 6, Italian mountain roads.
Underrated. They're beautiful, but man, they fucking suck to drive. Mirrors in and scraping shit on the way by, like
scary.
Like Boston could just put his hand out the window and touch every house, wall, whatever we went by.
So Jersey barriers have nothing.
Nothing on those roads, bro. Those things were tight. They were tighter than your asshole when we went between that tractor trailer and the Jersey barrier.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, beautiful though. The payoff was worth it. You saw the pictures at the top of the mountain.
Absolutely.
So I said to Boston, there better be a payoff when we get up here. Because if not, we just risk our fucking lives for nothing.
All right.
When you got to beep before you go around a corner so people know if you're coming or coming.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's tight.
It's tight, yeah.
Jesus.
Not bad, though.
All right. There's our
over-under for this week.
Yes, sir.
I did not have any time to do any rabbit hole or anything that.
This is where we've waited a decade.
Yeah, 11 years to get to this.
Let's talk about
portion of
NCAA.
the game. Yeah. So when this game came out, it was my go-to game. You know this. This was my game. This was the game that I looked forward to every year. And 2014 was the last game which would come out the summer of 2013 for 2014. I would play on Heisman and kick the shit out of teams.
Yeah.
And now I can't even like I get the game and I do like Road to Glory. I basically have a 3.8 GPA and I didn't take a single snap my first year.
I did the same thing.
At North Carolina, I'm like, fuck this, I'm transferring out.
Because
I was only a 3-star. I didn't go 4 or 5.
I went as a 4. I sat behind Grayson McCall, who was an 88.
At North Carolina State?
At NC State.
I went to UNC to start.
And then, yes, I had a 3.6 GPA. I got my overall up to a 77. And yeah, we hit the portal as soon as I could.
Yeah. Then I go to North Texas the second year, right? So now I'm a redshirt freshman. I go to North Texas. I go to North Texas.
Oh, wait, you took no snaps at all?
None. 0.
Damn, I took 9.
No, none. 0.
I got garbaged.
Oh, actually, no. I handed the ball off once
Yeah.
my redshirt freshman year.
I was 1 for 1 for 9 yards, and I took 8 other snaps, which were just handoffs.
No, none of that. So then I go to North Texas. About week 3, we're getting blown out. They put me in the game. I throw a touchdown. I'm having a decent drive. They're like, okay, quarterback battle. I go to quarterback battle. Now, if you haven't done any of the practice things, you don't understand like how
they're tough.
But you know what I mean? Like if you haven't done that particular practice model, you don't know how it operates.
Right.
And it doesn't tell you, like it doesn't give you a chance. So you got to win 2 out of the 3. So the first one I lose because I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Second one I win. Third one, I'm like trying to figure out what I'm doing, and I lose. Now I'm on the bench the rest of the year. So I got nothing. Behind a senior who was like a 93 overall, whatever.
So you went back in the portal?
No, I stayed.
Okay.
I stayed because then I was a starter. He graduated. So now I was a starter, and I finished second in Heisman. But what I can tell you about that game is it is so fucking hard when you're like a 3-star and you're at Texas, North Texas.
Right.
Their receivers do not get open.
No.
You're not beating, you don't have a guy that's going to beat his matchups one-on-one.
Right.
He's definitely not beating a double team. Everything is literally, you got to put it in the window at the exact time, at the exact moment. You better be bringing extra help, like, because their blitzes, they're not picking them up. Their linemen suck. It might as well be me, you, Farrar, and Vinny Martelli as the fucking line. And old and beat up like we are.
Oh, man, that's bad.
So it's horrible. So I'm like, I fucking suck. Like, as a start. So I'm like, let me do Dynasty. I'll start with a coach, but again, I'm not going 4 or 5-star. I'll go to 3-star. So I go to Wake Forest. So now I'm going to play my first ever legitimate game. Like it's always Road to Glory. You're only just doing right.
You just do your.
So I'm like, okay, no problem. Kick off. It's pretty cool. I'm like, all right, no problem. It's at the 17-yard line. First fucking play, the guy runs. Now, back in the day, you used to hit circle and move the guy to the next guy. I'm chasing the guy, and I don't know that you flick the stick now to move the guy. And the guy goes for 84-yard touchdown, whatever, on the first fucking play. It is so hard to win with them 3-stars. Like, you got to learn how to win. So this full circle brings me to I'm playing, and it's like, I'm 3-0. I'm 3-2. I'm losing in overtime.
Yeah.
And then I finally just get fucking pissed off. And then I'm like, nope. Because I don't know if you've noticed this. You don't have a lot of choices in plays. So if your coach is sending in shitty plays, you're stuck. You're just stuck with shitty plays.
Yeah.
You can't option out to better plays. Like, oh, I got a terrible look here. Let me option out to a better play. So I get aggravated and I start actually focusing, because like the first couple times I played, it was like when I got off the plane, I was shot after being up for 24 hours.
Right.
So I finally sat down. I took a day off of the game. I sat down and I fucking focused. And now it's like the ball's coming out. It's good. I finished second in Heisman voting, but that team's just so bad. If I'm trying to, win a national championship, I got to go. So now I'm in Utah as my junior year.
Yeah.
And I'm 8-0.
There you go.
So that's where I'm at now.
It's fun, though. I mean, I'm glad they took
it's authentic as authentic can be.
Right. Like the first game I did, I took NC State at Coastal because I wanted to use McCall, but I wanted to play at their stadium to see how it's spot on. The stadium is perfect.
Oh, I'm sure. Go to BYU. Go play at BYU. You see this huge mountain range behind there. I played at Boise earlier, either last night or today. The blue turf fucks you up, bro. It does.
Coastal's the teal turf.
Teal turf.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that though. Blue is brutal.
Damn.
It's like bright blue.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, if they wear the right colored uniforms, you drop back to throw a pass, and there's somebody sneaking over the logo. You don't even see them.
Right.
You're like, hey, where the fuck did that guy come from? You watch the replay. He was sitting in on the logo the whole time.
Just
you never
chilling.
saw him. Yeah.
The thing that, to me, has always been awesome with that game is the college ball with the two stripes.
Yeah.
When you throw the ball,
and you see it. And if it's not a tight spiral, you see it duck.
You see the wobble.
Did you notice, have you played with the camera angles at all?
I haven't.
So if you mess with the camera angle, you can get to that John Elway 3/4 angle. Yeah, it's wild.
It's got to be difficult.
Yeah, because I'm like, if I'm running upfield, am I pressing forward or am I pressing the way that it looks on the screen?
So what is it?
I didn't know. I did it for like a play. And the guy, I was like, I got to go back.
Now, I would say, it was an absolute rout. I blew out Coastal like 63-0.
Yeah.
I had 11 sacks. The difference between an unranked 3-star school and a ranked 5-star school.
Oh yeah,
it's so different.
Well, and they do it by player now too.
Yeah.
Like if you have a 4-star guy going against like a 2-star corner, you're going to eat him up. Like the good players are very good, and the average players are very average. So like, you're trying to run the ball when they got good linebackers that are all Americans. Like
stuffed.
You're not getting anywhere.
Nope.
And then here I am I'm in fucking you can't audible to anything. I'm like, I'm stuck with these shitty play calls. We're running in the teeth of the defense every time.
So have you noticed that you get more abilities to change the plays the better you are?
Well, you do.
Originally you get 10 or 12 abilities to choose.
And I didn't even realize that. You hit triangle and you get 3 more plays. Right. So I'm all the way up to like 28 times during the game I can do it. Now, whatever it is. Right. But the point is it's still those 3 plays. There's still 3 like my offensive coordinator at Utah must be on fucking crack because it's 3 terrible plays. It's 3 the same exact play almost.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you get up to the line of scrimmage, there's 6 guys to the right, and they want you to run into the fucking to the right. I'm like, we're overmatched. We got 3 guys to block 6.
Right.
So I go to an audible. There's no audible. You know what I mean? Like you can't. You try to flip it. You try to do whatever you can.
Well, that's the thing. If you read the defense or you're looking at your field position, I'll go to change the play, but I won't literally change the play. I'll just flip.
Yeah.
To run the play to the other direction. Now it's not like with Miami, their halfback Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
He must be a fucking stud because the one game he had 16 carries. No, I'm sorry, he had 21 carries for 440 yards.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, dumb shit.
Yeah.
I think I'm up to 2nd ranked in the Heisman. I'm only 14th in passing yards in the nation, but I'm 1st in touchdowns. I had 30 touchdowns, 1 pick.
So
it was a garbage fucking pick. I shouldn't have thrown the ball.
Oh, dude, I throw terrible picks all the time. But that's North Texas. I'm playing with absolute shit people, and you're trying to just fit it in the window real quick. You know what I mean?
And you can fit it in that window, but that shit gets batted because your receiver can't catch it.
You drop off,
right?
And the safety's coming down.
Right.
Well, I got to throw it immediately when you drop off. So now you drop off, I throw it, and it gets tinked up in the air, or I don't see the next linebacker come across, zone.
Right.
And it's terrible.
If you're a fucking pocket passer, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You need to be able to scramble.
Well, you need to really know you. There's guys that just know the game. Like I'm starting to learn how to move my line, my protections.
Right.
But you got to look at it. If you hold down the L2 button and get your matchups, it'll tell you if you're in a green matchup, yellow, red.
Have you seen that there are some D1 schools that aren't in the game? I could not find Troy for the life of me.
They might not have signed the deal.
Right. Because I wanted – my other thing was –
I know Marish just put a thing up that they're in the game now, but you got to download them.
Okay. Because I was looking – when I was looking to go in the portal, I said, well, fuck it. Coastal didn't want me. If I went to Coastal, it was going to be as a walk-on.
Yeah, dude, that's a long road.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I finished second in the Heisman, and Army wanted me as a second string.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird.
come on.
Army or Coastal didn't want me. They wanted me as a walk on, but Miami wanted me as a starter.
Yeah.
So I took the U. I said, "Fuck, I'm gonna go play down there for a season, see what I can do, and then redshirt else or transfer elsewhere if there's something opens up." Because I really wanted to go to Coastal, but they weren't there. So I'm like, "Fuck, let me go play for Jimmy Chadway, who was the coach, who left Coastal to go to Troy."
Yep.
Can't find Troy.
Yeah. I know one thing. I'm going to go as a 5-star next, and I'm going to go all NIL. Like, I'm going to have a 2.0 GPA.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make sure my guy's, like, maxed out just to see how much different the game is. Because
Right.
this version of
you get options
Road
to
to Glory.
cheat on your exams and all
Oh,
sorts
really?
of crazy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, mine's basically like, hey, can you give me a ride to class right now? Because I'm, like,
oh, no,
a good student and everything.
I got one another player hits me up. Hey, I found a website that
has all the answers or something?
That has all the essays, has previous year's essays written for this for the exam coming up. Do you want in?
Oh, I had something like that, but I haven't had this one where, like, did you see the girlfriend one?
No.
Where I was like, hey, you want to go to a party?
I've had party offers.
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've blown them off.
Yeah, I haven't had anything really crazy like that, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe it's based on, what level of recruit you are.
See, now I think under Dynasty, I might choose Marshall because Chad Pennington's kid is the quarterback.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, like for like a dynasty, I'm going to tell you though, if you can, you make yourself a 5-star and choose a shit school. Right. Don't make yourself, a 3-star coach and then try to build. It's tough.
Well, yeah,
because you don't have the athletes and recruiting.
Since you're a 3-star, you're not on the hot list of coaches kids want to play for.
Right, like I'm at Wake Forest. Wake Forest is very if you want to go there and academically, great school.
Right.
But it's not known for pro athletes. It's not known for a prestigious coach. It's not known for being a Big Ten championship team. So it's hard to get people to come in.
It is cool though because after you build your player, then the schools that want you are the ones that your skill set matches what their coach does.
Yeah.
So clearly, like Miami wanted me because they're running the air raid. They want somebody that scramble. It's quick. It's fast paced.
Right.
Coastals was a pro offense. They had no fucking desire to have me on their team.
No, and I went to Utah after.
And McCall would talk shit to me, which was even better.
Well, that's what. Yeah, the first year I went to North Texas. That's what it was. When North Texas ran a lot of read option, and I was a scrambling quarterback.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I go to Utah. They got like one quarterback power and one option. Other than that, I'm standing in the pocket trying to throw.
Right.
So I'm like, I think I might have made the wrong. You need like an air raid. You need That's why I was looking for an Army or a Navy because I need an option quarterback.
Now, as a true freshman,
because I don't care. I'm not exporting my guy to Madden. Right. I'm not. I don't like Madden.
I might have to buy Madden this year.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter to me.
Right.
I'm just trying to make my guy the best guy to be a Heisman to win a national championship.
Right.
So with this guy, I'm just trying to get the national championship. If I win the Heisman, I win the Heisman. The next time, I'm going straight Heisman and trying to make the best player to go to the draft.
Can we go in? Can you create your own university uniforms?
Yeah.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got to go on Team Builder again.
Okay. I want to put together the Outlaws.
I already got it started.
Did you? Logo and everything?
Yeah, but Team Builder's, the website's like really glitchy. So I got like our original logo on there. They had a secondary outlaw looking logo for an alternate one.
Yeah.
And that's it. It won't let me. It just froze. So
fuck. Yeah, dude. It's this, and that's why I think this game blows Madden out of the water. Is now with the NILs, you get the player names.
Yeah.
And they said like Tebow and
his card just came out, number 90 overall.
All these guys signed. Now they said I was watching on TikTok a video of one player that stopped signing with EA, so he won't be in the game as Barry Sanders. Yeah. He did it up until 2 years ago, and then he said, I'm done. But they said Tebow, Reggie Bush, all these guys that are big Heisman winners in the last 20 years, they're all going to be.
Yeah, I think the first pack of cards came out for Ultimate Team, and there's like a 90 Tebow in there. There's I think maybe a LaDainian Tomlinson.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a couple big name guys, and Ray Lewis at Miami is a linebacker. So that's going to be the next big thing. But we're trying to get a league together, like me, my nephews.
Well, the good thing
Boston.
is cross play is allowed.
Yeah.
So I have the Xbox, you have the PS, but I can still play it.
Yeah, my nephews have Xbox. So what we're trying to do is just get a league of X amount of people. If you play, I think what we're going to have to do is either build our own conference with our whatever teams you make or pick, or we pick a conference and everybody just takes a team in that conference.
That's cool.
Which, if you do like the SEC, you go, listen, nobody takes Alabama or Georgia, but everybody else is available.
Right.
But, I mean, if you got Texas in there now and Oklahoma, why not pick?
You could. There's Sunbelt East and West where there's no power schools at all.
Right. You know what I mean? So that you're just playing each other.
Yeah.
And the weeks you don't play each other, you better win, because then when you play each other, we'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
I miss this game, though. Like,
me too.
The first week, I'm like, I am fucking terrible. What happened to me? I better hang up the controller.
Well, that's what I said to you.
And then I got aggravated. I'm like, that's why I text you. I'm like,
games.
You're in a fucking Heisman front? What's going on here? Player of the week? I ain't done none of that.
But I've played football games the last 10 years because you don't like Madden. You haven't bought it. So a lot of the EA controls are the same. I went back to the classic controls for a lot of it because that's what
kicking is not easy.
No. If your kicker blows,
yeah.
It's like fucking fanning you. That's how bad the meter is.
And then even the meter going up and letting go at the right time, because red is bad.
Yeah, red's terrible.
Right. Like, I've noticed that green at the bottom of the point of the arrow is better than almost in the red.
Right. No, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's wild shit.
No, it's cool.
Great game. If you're into football and you like it, it's everything you could want.
It's the most customizable game.
And the music that's in it is amazing.
Hell yeah, it is.
And as long as I think other songs start signing on, you'll get them in updates.
Yep. Oh, have you watched season 6, part 1 of Cobra Kai?
No, I didn't even know it came out.
It's out. Joey Bray.
Where's that? Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
So I binged it Saturday.
Yeah. The whole thing?
The whole first. Yeah. So the first 6 episodes of season 6 are out now. The second half comes out in November.
Okay.
So I binged it all.
And it's the final season.
It's the final season.
All right.
But Joey Valance and Bray have a song in it. And as soon as it was a training montage, and all of a sudden it started playing, I'm like, oh, fuck, that's Joey Valance and Bray. So I went on real quick just to verify. Like, yeah, it's them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
So
I had a little snippet of how the Outlaw Blitz ties to Cobra Kai.
Damn right.
That's cool. It's wild. That's a good thing to end on right there.
Yep. Sounds good to me. So you good?
I'm good.
All right.